Namaste, dear friends, and welcome once again to Wisely Well Wednesday. Last year, towards the end, and this year, towards the beginning, we moved in a brand new healing space. It's a creation of a very intuitive designer, a person who's very divine inside out. Dear friends, let me introduce you to the person who brought about the creation of this healing space of Nature Nurtures, the intuitive designer, Vaishnavi Kashi Vishwanathan, the soul behind Prakalyam Art Gallery. Welcome, Vaishali.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for having me over.
Vaishali uses different concepts when she designs spaces. There is a very intuitive way in which she goes about it. Let me ask Vaishali, what is it that you do when you design a spaces? What is your guiding principle?
First of all, thank you for the opportunity to do up your beautiful space, doctor. You're doing such a great job, and it gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this in a very small way. And I think talking about the design is mostly my interaction with the homeowner, or like in this case, yourself, the doctor. And what guides me is actually your soul, your persona. That's what guides me. So what I try to relate or try to translate here is actually your thought process, what you want your space to look like, and that's always been my guiding principle. So if you realize, we've had so many conversations, we've spoken, and I just absorb what you like. I just absorb who you are, and that's why this is a reflection of you. And I just try to bring it out.
Now that is humility at its best. How did you use this principle about which guides you in defining spaces to defining the Nature Nurtures healing space?
Right.
So what was your core in this space?
Right. So basically, first, the brand name itself, Nature Nurtures. I felt that the minute I hear this name, Nature Nurtures, what comes to me is it's green, it's earthy, it's something so healing, right? It's completely healing. And again, when I spoke to you, when I met, I really felt that your love for plants, your love for recycling, your love for keeping everything very simple, no complications. I think that's what translated, and that's what helped me to create the space that we worked on.
Yes, she's right. You know, when I was searching for interior designers, I wanted somebody who will recycle whatever furniture I had in my previous clinic. That was my first condition, because I did not want to create rubble for Mother Earth. Just because I'm moving from one space to another, I have no right to destroy things in such a way that they will increase the rubble, increase the load on an already weakened Mother Earth. Right? That was my first principle. My second principle was that we use minimalistic things. It should be a minimalistic place which is not clamored with things here and there. And yes, my plants have to have a place here.
Yeah.
So with a lot of give and take, you know, over the period, I met a designer and I got a friend. So we worked through it in such a way that we designed and created this space. And I want all of you to stay back with us, because we are going to take you on a tour of Nature Nurtures. You designed this place, but I want to know, in this clinic, what was it that touched you as you were developing this space? What was it that touched you the most?
I think it was overall the space planning when we did it, right? What touched me the most was creating a space where one comes and feels very grounded, right? So coming up with a space which feels very simple, which feels very no complicated, but at the same time it looks good, because I had to do my job and I had to make the space look good. So without having any fuss, without having any trims, I had to get the space look very good. If you ask me which one was my personal best, I think it was the service station that we used back. The new look that we gave to me, I think I'm really happy about that piece.
Yes. Yeah. In a bit, we are going to take you out of the cabin and show you. But yes, for me, when anybody enters this healing space, I don't even call it my space, it is everybody's healing space. Whenever a human being, a person enters this place, the healing should start from the word go. You should feel healed in the space itself. I've had lots of my patients, my clients who have visited me and said, you know what, there's a peace, a calm in this space. When we come here, we feel relaxed, as if we don't have any problems. And we wonder what is it that we are going to tell you when we go in. And that's what I want.
The energy.
The healing should start from the word go. Now, if you ask me what is my personal best here, it is my altar.
Oh, okay.
That was the first thing I told her.
Thank
See,
you.
from the time that I've started practicing, which has been over 30 years now, I've always felt that I just treat, he cures. I'm just a medium through which the Almighty works in treating and healing people. So I wanted my altar right across me, such that when I'm seeing patients, my God is looking at me, blessing my patients, and I am looking at Him, not once forgetting that it is He who is curing each and every person who comes here seeking the healing. So I would like to really thank Vaishnavi for creating this space, which is exactly how we want it.
Thank you so much.
There were umpteen challenges. It was not a cakewalk. We are talking today so nicely, but it was a lot of brainstorming, working through
Together.
the. And she has a
Together,
lovely
team.
person working for her, whose name also I'm going to say, and say thank you to him and his team, Desmond and his team. He has got nice workers who have come at the drop of a hat when I have panicked because something is not working. But
Thank you,
it's
Doctor.
been a beautiful journey, yes. And they have to put up with me gifting plants to them every
So
now
we've been
and
enjoying.
then. Yes, I
Thank
remember
you.
that when Vaishali met me first, I gave her a pot which I had designed from a broken pot, which I had painted and planted aloe vera in it. And I told her, this is my work. People might come to me broken, but it's my job to mend them up and make them creatively useful by planting beautiful thoughts in them. And that was my first plant gift to her. After that, I have been gifting her plants. That's another story. So, we are going to take you on a tour of our clinic. Just stay here, just to show you how we reuse, recycle lots of things. And what things we couldn't reuse and recycle, some of my patients took them away. And then they donated for good causes. Still what remained, we gave it to the migrant workers' dormitories. Thanks to Priya Madan Mohan and her dorm moms. She sent me lovely pictures of that furniture which is in the spaces of the migrant workers. So I urge each and every one of you who is designing your new home, new office, anything new, please reuse, recycle, and don't throw away things. Just give it away. There are so many people out there who could use all your old furniture, everything that you have. So please, here we begin our tour. Namaste, dear friends. And as you can see, my Bhagwan, my Lord, is looking at me. Every day as I sit here, doing my duty of being His instrument in healing patients. What more do you want as you go about your day? Isn't it beautiful? Now Vaishali will show you how few things in this place have been refurbished and reused. Over to Vaishali.
So for example, these chairs were from the old clinic as well, and we had to spray paint them to match the color code over here. These are little things which people over here don't want to do. So I'm very fortunate to work with a team who's always very ready to do things like recycling and stuff. So whatever suggestions we have, they will always take it. So yes, it takes a little bit of effort and trouble, because here it is like, if you can't use it, you either dispose it or you try to buy a new one. But we managed to spray paint it, change the fabric, and make it very usable. Similarly, the bed, it was also from the old clinic. Again, we spray painted it, and there were some stability issues. We managed to stabilize the whole piece, and we've used old tiles from our projects, like the remaining broken tiles, as weight below, so there is stability. So that's how we managed to reuse back this piece. When we go out, I'll also show you how we use the cabins from the previous clinic. We've given it a facelift, and yeah, so now it blends with this new interior.
Also, guys, you have to understand, if you think reusing is going to save you the dollar, no. It increases the expenditure.
Yeah.
But I look upon it like this, that's the cost I'm paying for saving the environment, for saving Mother Earth. And it's a tiny cost that we are paying for the future of our children. So if you look at the carpet below, it is the same carpet that the previous tenant had used. So when we came here, this carpet was looking so nice. There's no need to pull it out. We just created a color scheme that blended with this earthy color, which is also the color of nature, which nurtures. So I'll take you out now to show you how we have refurbished other things outside, and you'll realize how everything has fallen into place, including the plants. Those of you who have come to my previous clinic, all these plants are from the previous clinic. In fact, these animals, I wanted to donate it to schools, and somehow nobody had a place for them. Then all the kids in my clinic started saying, where are the animals? We are missing our zoo. So I got them right back. So we have a tiny ledge zoo. So now let's step outside and see the magic that Vaishnavi has created. Hi friends, as I said, let's look into the waiting space. The space which she has so beautifully designed from the existing furniture in our previous clinic. Over to Vaishali.
Thank you, Doctor. So basically what we did over here is, as Doctor has already mentioned, we had created a look and feel which is a little different from what you see now. But when we got possession of the unit, we realized that the carpet was in a very good shape and we could actually reuse it. So what happened is we tweaked the look a little bit. Of course, the basic design still remained, but we tweaked the look a little bit, and we used back the carpet that is there, and then we created this entire space. This cabin was from the previous clinic, and the size was big because we had to put it here. But again, we changed the configuration a little bit. We ensured it fits here, and we gave this a very simple facelift by using wallpaper, again to blend in with the look that we are going for. And the wallpapers that we've used over there for the wardrobe, or rather the cupboards, the storage cupboards, because there's files and stuff behind, we've used this little bit of green, the leafy texture kind of a look, because it goes with the Naturenurtures. Having said that, we still kept it very minimalistic, very simple, as what Doctor would have loved to do, and that's how we've created this entire space. And we ensured that there's ample space for the paintings that go into charity, because I think that's such a beautiful thing that Doctor does, and we wanted to highlight that in a very simple way. So the paintings are all up for sale for charity, and it gets prominence here in the waiting area and behind Doctor when people are waiting for consultation being done. So yes, that's how this Naturenurtures has been created, and hope you feel the energy when you walk in here. Thanks.
So, as she said, this place was designed as a healing space. And do you know, my clinic also doubles up as a gallery. So these paintings that you see up here are used to create and generate funds for charity. So if you buy a painting from here, we support the education of a girl child in India. Why a girl child? Because you educate a girl and you educate a family. That's mine and Vaishali's latest project of supporting girls in India. But everything that you see here is refurbished, reuse, recycle. The mantra that came in with this lovely designer and the simple doctor in designing the healing space just for you. Thank you. I hope you all like the tour of our healing space, yours and mine. A place to heal, a place to grow. And before we go, I would like to ask this intuitive designer, this owner of Prakalyam Art Gallery, what was the ethos, or what was the soul, or what was the idea behind starting Prakalyam?
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for this question. Prakalyam was a very by chance kind of a gallery. It was not planned, but it was truly for my love for culture. I know it sounds very cliche, but that's the truth. I love our culture so much. I love the old things that Indian history has to offer. And again, if you see, there's a little bit of recycling there because it's all antique and vintage pieces.
Yes.
So so just a little bit of love and care for the old things, then it can really create a beautiful space. And I've been very, very fortunate to meet people who've come back to me and said that, these things were just dumped in my house in India, and after seeing the pieces at the gallery, we've restored them back and we brought them back. So if we can save a little bit from what we've lost and a little bit for the future generation, I think it'll go a long way. So that's how the Prakalyam Gallery started.
So again, a beautiful concept of bringing the old to the new. And can I tell you all a secret? This idea comes to her from her dad.
Yeah.
She has expressed this to me, that it is her dad who would tinker around with old things and make them new. And friends, this is how we pass on legacy. We don't give our riches, we give our rich thoughts to our future generations. So if it is Prakalyam here, it is Vaishnavi here, it is because her dad ignited that spark. So thank you, Appa, if you're listening. Thank you.
Thank you
for creating Vaishnavi and for Vaishnavi for creating Prakalyam. And on that lovely note, I would like to thank Vaishnavi with this lovely gift.
Thank you.
Again, this bag is made by the Special Need Girls of Roshni, a charity under Ramakrishna Mission in Gwalior.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you
so much.
once again. Love you.
Thank you.